So today is July the 7th, and just like everyone suspected, Shimano North America has unveiled their newest Curado DC. Now, this was a part of a big tackle reveal, as the Curado DC was revealed alongside a lot of other tackle, but I'll go over that information in a separate video. This video is dedicated just to the Curado DC. Now, Shimano did release a short promo video, and we're going to check that out before we go over the specs and go over my thoughts. So here we go. Okay, so I'll let you guys see that short video and take in the information. So I'm going to replay it, and we're going to go over some thoughts here. So obviously, it's using the current Curado 200M frame, but it looks to be a dark grayish silver two-tone with some green highlights like the spool, which is an MGL3 spool. And there's the braking system, first disappointment. Of course, aluminum frame means the side plates are probably graphite or carbon. I mean, it's a decent looking reel, and the new color separates it just enough from the current Curado 200M. But double bearing, pinion support, X-ship, micro gears, all the same other components. So basically, they took the Curado 200M and stuffed a DC brake system into it. And as you can see, disappointingly, Shimano North America has kept the IDC4 system. Big thumbs down in my opinion. So let us go to Shimano North America's webpage and check out the details. They have a whole section for all the new products they dumped information on today. There are a couple of big surprises in there, but we'll go to that specific page. New reels. There was a nice picture of it. I'm going to go back to show you guys what it looks like. Apparently out in the daylight. See, it's two-tone black and dark gray. Okay, so the question we had was, would the new Curado DC be a 150 or 200? And the answer, obviously, it's going to be a 150. And I'm sure they're going to release a 200 in a couple of years. But let's check out some more of these pictures. If I can expand them. So overall, it's a generically good-looking reel. Nothing too radical about it. They played it safe. And there's the palm side plate where, as you can see, even though it's IDC4, they went with a new IDC5 style brake adjustment. But no IDC5 brakes. Huge disappointment. Maybe that unit would have bumped up the cost of the Curado DC too high. And speaking of price, it's going to be retailing at $315. So if you guys remember, way back in 2018 when they introduced the first Curado DC, it was only $250. So now we see a $65 bump in price for, I mean, you get an MGL3 spool, but the same brakes. Now the thing is, I don't know if they're going to keep the brake settings the same as the previous Curado DC, where you have the line modes and then the wind mode or max brake mode. So I don't see any kind of letters or numbering other than MIN over here on the left side. I don't know what I'm doing. So maybe they are just going to give us, 1 to 4, similar to the lowest end SLX DC over in Japan. So anyway, same information. DC brakes, monitoring the spool speed 1,000 times a second. 1 year warranty. There's your line capacity. So once again, this is 150 in Shimano speak. 6+1 bearings. More pictures. So what information I was looking for is the spool size. Now the current Curado 200M has a 35mm diameter spool. So I know the DC brakes kind of prohibit you from having a really deep spool. So I'm assuming that the Curado DC spool is going to be the same at 35mm, which should provide really easy long casting. But yeah, we have a new Curado DC 150A, and it is a completely different reel versus the Scorpion DC Monster Drive that's supposed to be coming out really soon. In fact, Shimano Japan went ahead and put all the information back on the website. Wonder if I can get to it. I'll as well give you guys an update on that reel for all you guys who are patiently waiting. Don't know what the holdup is, but as you can see, all the information is back. Scheduled for release July 2026, and the lefties are going to be September. So you lefties are going to have to wait a couple more months. But yeah, this is a completely different reel, and it's got a much bigger spool at 38mm, as well as having an MGL4 spool instead of MGL3. But back to the Curado. Now I'm very torn on which reel I want to test. Now I want you guys to let me know in the comments section down below. Do you want to see me test out the new Curado DC 150, which is a more important reel here for the American market? Or do you want to see me test out the Scorpion DC MD, which is more of a big bait swim bait reel? But I know that swim bait fishing is extremely popular right now, so it'd be more important on a worldwide scale. So yeah, leave in the comment section down below which one you want me to test. I'm kind of leaning towards the Curado because of the nostalgia of the first Curado DC being released back in 2018. That was such a big moment in bass fishing history, all the hype and buzz that it created when Shimano announced it. And of course, that was kind of towards the beginning of my YouTube channel, as well as tackle reviews going out on social media. So yeah, here we go, guys. Now, there's going to be a lot of videos coming out soon on the other tackle releases from Shimano, as well as DAIWA's new ZILLION 150, which I'm going to cover in a separate video. All right, guys, thanks a lot.